In today's video, we are doing something a little bit different than what has been historically the thing that I do on this channel. This is part one of a 4-part series that is designed to help you figure out what you want to do in 2021. One of the top questions or things that I see on my Facebook group or in my DMs is that you guys don't know where to start when it comes to creating this location independent business. And this series is designed to answer that question and just help you, give you the tools that you need to lay those solid foundations so that you can go out there, go out into 2021 and start finally taking action towards this freedom-based business of your dreams. This first video is all about your mindset, which is one of my absolute favorite topics. And it is such a crucial step when it comes to building a location independent business or really any business in general, because if your mindset is a bit like wonky, you're gonna have a much harder time motivating yourself to take action and believing that you can actually do the damn thing. So in this video, we are going to dive deep into your core belief systems and identify the shifts that you need to make so that you can stop self-sabotaging and finally kick imposter syndrome to the curb where it belongs. So if you are ready to light that fire under your butt and make 2021 the year where you finally kick that desk job that you hate with the fiery passion of an erupting volcano to the curb, this is the video for you. Let's get into it. Okay, so your limiting beliefs are going to continue to fuck up your motherfucking vibe until you look them in the eyes, you deliver them a sick burn of truth, heal yourself, and adopt new beliefs which are going to empower you and help you achieve your goals. A limiting belief is some nonsense that you've picked up in your childhood and adopted as gospel, even though it is bullshit. You can also pick up limiting beliefs throughout your life, but regardless of when you've decided to start worshipping this bullshit in a wine glass, it's usually triggered by some type of trauma from an external force. For example, maybe you have an asshole friend, partner, parent, or teacher that told you that you are worthless and that you are never going to amount to anything in your life. Now, you have absorbed this belief from an external force and you believe that it's true and you start acting as if it is true. And that could manifest itself in your life and be the reason why you're maybe terrified of asking for a raise at work because you don't believe that you are worthy. Or maybe that is why you are so shit scared of starting a location independent business because you believe that you are going to fail because you believe that you are never going to amount to anything in life. So why try? Now, a lot of our limiting beliefs are developed during childhood because that is when our brains are growing and we are like little sponges and we just absorb all the bullshit from around us and start adopting it as part of our belief systems. And an extremely good example of this has to do with our money mindset, because our parents start throwing out their money mindset problems when we're kids and we start absorbing them and believing them. Raise your hand if you've ever heard your parents say shit like this before. Money doesn't grow on trees and money is the root of all evil. Or maybe your parents were constantly fighting about money when you were growing up, so you've created all these negative connotations towards money, like maybe money is pain, money is anger, and money creates problems and fear. So all these smorgasbords, I know I'm saying that word right and I'm too lazy to go look it up to see how you're actually supposed to say it, but I really enjoy the way I say it. So all these smorgasbords shape us and form our core belief systems and how we view the world and how we view ourselves and what we believe is possible. So if your money mindset sucks hairy monkey balls, you're gonna have an extremely hard time manifesting it into your life because you're gonna be blocking yourself from receiving it. Because what is actually going on there is that your belief system, for example, maybe is telling you that you are not worthy of money. You are going to choose actions that reinforce that belief. If you believe that it is not possible for you to start this location independent business, you are going to adopt this character of failure. You are going to choose actions that reinforce that belief. So that is why addressing this bullshit that has woven itself into your belief system is so critical for success. Learning how to weed this bullshit out and heal it and create these new, better belief systems is going to set you up for success, and it's just going to make walking this path of entrepreneurship that much easier. But before we get into the how to do all of this, I just have a quick disclaimer. You are constantly going to be working on your belief systems, on your mindset. It is never going to stop, and that is because at each new level there is going to be a new devil or a new big boss that you have to slay. And that is why having these mindset tools that can help you zap those limiting beliefs when they pop up is so critical and such a crucial skill and such an important foundation that you need to have before you even set up a location independent business. Knowing how to better your mindset and get rid of the shit that is not serving you, that is self-sabotaging you, is critical. So limiting beliefs are not made out of thin air. You didn't come into this world with a list of shit that makes you feel crap about yourself. You have absorbed these limiting beliefs from external forces throughout your life, whether it's through an experience or maybe something that someone said to you. And by becoming more self-aware of these limiting beliefs living in your mind, you can zap them to smithereens and send them the fuck back to wherever they came from. So here's how you can identify those limiting beliefs, dismantle them, and replace them with beliefs that actually serve you, that empower you, that make you feel good, like when you're drinking a gin and tonic on a hot summer's day in South Africa. Step number 1 is to identify your limiting beliefs. So what I do is I have this running list of bullshit that I believe about myself, and I just write it down as it pops into my head, and then when I'm having my journaling sessions, I will go choose one and then start doing all the inner work. And these beliefs that I am writing down are limiting me and holding me back in some way, and they are not rooted in truth or reality. A really big one that I've been working on is I am not successful. Some others that have come up for me have been like, it is impossible for me to become a millionaire. I can never achieve that. As you can see from those statements, there are negative words which help you identify limiting beliefs. Like, I can't do this. I can never do this. It is impossible for me to do this. I don't know how to do that. Those are phrases and words that you can use to quickly identify a limiting belief that is holding you back from doing something. Now, once you've identified a limiting belief, what you want to do next is ask yourself why. So for example, why don't I feel I am successful? And for me, that answer was, I don't feel like I am successful because I haven't achieved the same success as X, Y, and Z people in my life. Then once you've done that, the next thing you want to ask yourself is, how does that make me feel? It makes me feel unworthy. It makes me feel like a failure. It makes me feel like there is something wrong with me, that I am doing something wrong because I haven't achieved the same things as these people. And the reason why I am feeling this way is because I am essentially having a dick measuring contest with these people in my life. Some of them don't even know that I exist. They're just like random people on the freaking internet. Some of them are acquaintances or friends. But still, I am doing this dick measuring contest, which is stupid. I am putting all this external pressure on myself, and I am measuring myself according to external metrics, not to internal metrics. Because what you are not doing is looking inside. You are not asking yourself, what is success to me? How do I define success? What does success look like in my life? So now that you have this limiting belief that you want to work on, the next step is to start dismantling all its little legs and show yourself that it is not true. And the way that you do this is that you start collecting evidence. So for example, you can say, this is possible for me because there are so many other people who have become successful digital nomads. Because a belief can only be true if there is no other evidence to contradict it. So if someone else has done the thing that you want to do, it is impossible for you. Because hard truth, you are not fucking special, and neither is the person that has achieved X, Y, and Z. That is just your little ego whispering sweet nothings into your ear, because it is far easier to believe that we are the exception to the rule, and that just limits you and stops you from trying. It stops you from taking action because you are the exception. You are so special. You're not special. If someone else can do it, you can do it. The only difference between you and them is literally taking action and figuring it out and how you're going to actually do it. Because sitting there and feeling like it is not possible for you because you are this incredible special fuck up that can never do anything right is not serving you, and it's not going to help you achieve your goals. Going back to my example of I am not successful, these are some of the things that I wrote down to dismantle that belief. So the first thing I said was, I have been successfully working for myself full-time for 4 years. I have always had more than enough money. I've always been able to pay for rent, pay for food, and I've been able to travel to over 30 countries while working at the same time. And most importantly, I have time and location freedom. Then I have achieved success because I am happy with my life and I have all the freedom that I want to do whatever I want, whenever I want. So it doesn't matter that I am not, making as much money as this person, or that I don't have as much clout or followers as this other person, because that is all external metric bullshit, and it's stuff that I cannot control. But what I can control is my happiness and my freedom, and I don't need $1 million to achieve that success. Of course, having $1 million would be amazing. I wouldn't turn down $1 million, but it is not my definition of success. My definition of success is feeling happy and having this freedom in all areas of my life, and I can achieve that without having $1 million. So having $1 million is just the cherry on the top. Okay, so step 3 is all about creating these new beliefs. Now that you've identified this limiting belief and you have proven to yourself that it is false and you've blasted it to smithereens, you now have this void that you need to fill. So you need to create this new empowering belief that is going to stop you from sabotaging and is actually going to help you succeed in life. So if your old belief is, I am not good with money, you can write affirmations like, I am fucking good at managing my money. I save money with ease. In fact, I am a money saving squirrel. Each month I grow my savings fund. Or, I am fucking fantastic with money. I make money come every single time. So that's an example. You want to write affirmations that really resonate with you and give you strong emotions and feelings, and you're like, yeah, I believe that. If you write like really crappy affirmations, just like, I don't know, like, I am good with money, that's boring. That doesn't really excite you, You want to have these really awesome affirmations, these new beliefs that really speak to your soul, and that is a really good affirmation. That is the cornerstone of writing a good affirmation. And then once you have these new belief statements, you want to start incorporating them into your life. Some of the ways that you can do this is that you can just, write your new affirmations on a piece of paper or on the notes app on your phone, and every single morning you can read them and like really feel that emotion that it ignites into you. Or you can also do something which I really like, which is EFT tapping. I will link to a video below if you want to know more about it, but essentially you're tapping on certain areas of yourself which help you basically set these beliefs into your system. That is a terrible explanation of what EFT tapping is. Go watch the video that I'm going to link below. So I know it can be really hard to identify limiting beliefs. They're not always surface level. Some of them are hiding in the dark corners of your mind. So one of the best ways to bring them to the light is with journaling. Now, if you are one of those people who just doesn't like writing your thoughts inside a book, then you're probably not a Taurus, and that is extremely unfortunate for you. But the good news is that you can use other tools like voice note recording. You can just answer the prompt with your voice, just talking to yourself on your phone, because essentially whether you're writing or you're using a voice recorder, what you want to do is just talk your way through the prompt. You want to get yourself thinking about this prompt so that you can dig deep to the root cause of what is causing this upheaval in your life. So in the description below, you can download my free ebook of journaling prompts. This is a resource that I usually just give to my Road to Remote students, and I decided to make it free for the series. So if you want it, click there and go grab yourself a copy. And I will be the first to admit that journaling and mindset work is not always pretty. It can get very ugly and hard, but you need to be able to get ugly with yourself. Because if you can't, you are just holding onto the mask that your ego has put there and doesn't want you to take off. And you cannot heal yourself and all these past traumas if you are so intent on holding onto that facade that your ego has made for you. As you work through your limiting beliefs, you are going to notice that fear comes up quite a lot, whether it is fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of not being good enough, or the fear of the lack of security. And let me tell you that starting a business is scary as all hell because you've never done it before. It is this great unknown. There are all these variables that could go wrong or could go right. But the good news is that if you are scared to do something, then you know that is a good sign, because you need to follow your fear. Because most of the time, fear is just our ego trying to protect us. It's trying to protect us from this great unknown. It wants us to stay in the comfort zone because our comfort zone is warm and fuzzy and secure, and it's not freaking scary as that unknown thing that you've never done before. But if you want to change your life, if you want to start this location independent business and you're not really happy with your current reality, then you have to learn how to get uncomfortable, and that's why you have to follow your fear. So there's a big question that you need to ask yourself when you are facing a lot of fear in your life, and that is my goal more important than my fear? Would I rather try achieve this thing that I really want in my life, or would I rather not take action and not try and just live in this state of fear, of comfort, of never actually trying to manifest what I want in my life into reality? And most of the time, you guys should definitely be choosing yes. Like, hell yes, I want the thing more than I want the fear. So don't let fear stop you. Do the damn thing. Because hard truth, you cannot be successful. You cannot manifest that success that you want in your life if you will not look fear in the face, flip it off, tell it to f off, and go take the action that you need to take to manifest your desires, your goals into your reality. And this concludes video 1 of this 4-part series. I know this is a bit different to what I have done in the past, so let me know in the comments below, are you fucking with this? Is it your vibe? Did any truth bombs go off for you? And in the meantime, if you want to binge on some of my other content while you wait for video number 2 to come out, which is going to be all about habits, the habits that you need to leave behind in 2020, the habits that you need to become a successful location independent entrepreneur, and the small little changes that you can make right now to see results immediately almost, then you're gonna want to subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so that you can watch it as soon as it drops. And in the meantime, you can check out these 2 videos right over here to get in the mood and get some ideas. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and remember, stop glorifying your bullshit in a wine glass. Cheers.